complacent. Put my foot on the pavement. In my dream I was chasing, while my girl waited patient. Spent a lifetime on this music shit, going nowhere, I was losing it. She was right there enduring this, while her folks like, why she doing this? But Shawty didn't care what nobody said. She was gonna ride to the day I'm dead, stay by my side when the others fled. So I'm convinced that she deserves it all. She believed in me when chances were real small. I picture me driving a foreign. Can buy. Her beauty represents me well. She loves me and others can tell. Her heart is where my love would dwell. Talk about her man and she would rebel. I ain't ashamed, this ain't a game. She was right there in the storm and the rain. Endure the pain and the financial strain. Now she gon' shine with the fortune and fame. She gambled her life for me. She sacrificed for me. She deserves it all. It's only right, you see. No matter the price, you see. I picture me driving a foreign. Me driving a foreign, now my history is changing. She's my day one and there is no rearranging. She's had my back through the times when things were straining. Now she benefit from every cent I'm gaining. Listen to what I'm saying. No dividing, no compromising. She gon' ride while I keep on climbing. Just recognize we gon' keep on thriving. She believed that I'll see greatness in due timing. I picture me driving a foreign. My shawty, she riding the passenger side. She riding the passenger side. 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was there from the beginning. In the beginning. There in the beginning.
Evening. Welcome to, you know what it is, Living Your Best Life with Life Coach Kurt. Man, have we got an incredible show for you this evening. I just can't wait. I've been bragging all day. I've been excited all day. But my guest today is so near and dear to my heart. Yes, she's my daughter that I never had, but she's my mini-me too. Because the journey that we've experienced over the years, coaching, working together, growing together, leaving, starting our own things that we do now, and just keep always coming back to each other, either talking, having conversations, or when she needs me to call me, Kurt, can I use you as a reference? Whatever my client, whatever my guest asks for, she receives from Kurt. That's no doubt. But first, I want to go ahead and say, give a big shout out to my sponsors. I got 702 Braids for you. That's Cindy Michelle. I'm telling you, if you haven't went to her site, either her Instagram, 702 Braids for you, or her website, www.702braidsforyou.com, you got to check it out. She does some amazing work. The booking site is working so amazing right now. It's just filling up, keeping her busy, but she still does my shirts and everything for me and helps me out and keeps me going. That's my number one fan right there. Then we got Red Rum. We got my girl Jamisa out there with the mobile beauty salon doing what she do. Even in the hot sun, you can drop in, relax, the air conditioner be blowing, get your hair done, get your feet done, get your nails done. Whatever you need to, she's mobile. She can come to you, bring the bus to you. And then I got Bougie Girl Vegas. Oh my goodness, this bling, she keep me looking good. Got my cross, got my initials on here. Go to her site, and each one of these people I talk about. If you go to their site for their services and put in either Life Coach Kurt or Living Your Best Life, you'll get a 10 to 15% discount. We just finally figured out how to get that discount code in the other day, so everybody's on board. And I want to give a shout out to my new sponsor, my brother, and I just call him the Ward family, but the We Mentality Team Development Program. Let me tell you a little bit about this program. This is a program they are a team of organizational development firm that takes pride in building stronger relationships and developing winning teams. www.thewementality.org. Check them out. These people, let me tell you, the Ward family, Tiffany and Brandon, absolutely incredible the work they do. They have some of the biggest clients here in Las Vegas, Urban Chamber of Commerce, some new marketing, but let me tell you, what they do and put together and help teams identify their strengths and weaknesses, understand each person's personality, so whoever's leading the team, the owner or the general manager, they build a culture that is so inclusive that you just begin to think different. You find out what your passion and purpose is, you understand the business's mission statement and where they're going, and they make a difference. That's called the We Mentality. That's my friends, the Ward family. Get on board. Thank you for your new sponsorship. I always appreciate you. We do a lot of things together, and that's how you want. Each one reach one, each one teach one, and then everyone will be blessed. But, all right, that's my sponsors. I love all of them. We're going to hit them one more time before we get out of here. But I'm ready to bring in my number one, my only one, my mini-me. I want to bring in and introduce to you the amazing, incomparable Kiana Cry. We're going to pop that up in just a second, and let me tell you, she is absolutely incredible. The things that we've done together, the journey from life coaching to just regular, I need somebody to talk to, but it all molds together, and that's what happens. So, welcome, Miss Kiana Cry. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored, and you know that. So let me get one thing out the way real quick. I want to give you, everybody that comes on my show gets one of my merchandising shirts. I want you to show it to everybody. You can just put it up in the screen because this is the first one we've gotten done with the pink on pink. There you go. That's your shirt. It say Life Coach Kurt on the back. And go ahead and show the viewers how we get down up in here. There you go. Look at there, folks. Man, who better deserves that one than Miss Kiana Cry? I tell you, we want to hear, this is what we want to hear from you today, Kiana. We want to hear your journey from the time you met me to the present time and what happened along the way. We will dive into the different elements of Kurt's coaching styles, how my mentorship has came about, and the personal life coach that you've learned, some of the things that stood out for you or helped you on your journey to become the amazing woman that you are today. So you ready to get on this ride?
Yes.
Outstanding. So go ahead and just tell us a little short beginning of the journey when we first met and interviewed, and then tell us a little bit about yourself along the way.
Okay, so I met Kurt 2011 when I was trying to get a job at Wells Fargo Bank. He was a branch manager there. And normally everyone goes in and interview. Would normally take about an hour. Kurt interview took 4 hours.
That's the way we do it.
That was the longest interview of my life. But it was a great interview. Kurt isn't the type to ask questions pertaining to the job. He want to know about you personally. So going into the interview and just having a conversation with him, I was like, I'm not getting this job. He don't even know what I'm capable of doing. But after everything happened, I was there and I loved it.
And
I was there 4 years.
4 years. And it's funny, people say, how do you do an interview that takes 4 hours? But actually, I don't know if you remember when I called you and set up the interview, I let you know ahead of time because by your reaction on the phone, I'll already know if this is a worthy candidate or not. Because if they say, I ain't doing no 4-hour interview, okay, you don't have to show up. But the purpose of it is, for one thing, we're still running the bank. We're all still working. And I never hire an employee. My team used to hire the employee. That's why I had somebody from each department come down and sit with you. And sometimes you had to wait about 20 minutes before somebody else came in. So you got to watch the flow of what's going on. But the real purpose of that was, if they chose you to come work with us, when you came back your first day, you actually felt like you already knew everybody.
True.
You spent the whole work day practically with us. So if you're hired, you come back. Well, dang, I done met all y'all. Maybe one person wasn't there that day. But what that did was help develop a culture of what I was trying to build. So if the team understands that you fit the culture, then it's not my fault if you don't work out, because they chose you. But that's the way I looked at it. So all the employees, I did it with everybody. And I remember when you started doing interviews on people and everything like that, I don't know what to do. It's a questionnaire sheet, isn't it? Just sit down and have a conversation. Remember what I did with you? Yes. You know, leadership is huge, and successful leaders always figure out a way to have that competitive edge when you're trying to get the right people to come on board and understand what the mission is and what's in it for them if they be their best. I don't know if you can remember this quote, but I remember when I hired you the first day you came in, you stayed with me all day because I'm your mentor. I don't let nobody else do it. That first day is my job. But do you remember what I told you? I said, if you want to be successful, all you have to do is
Stick with Kurt.
That's what I tell my employees. If you want to be successful, be coachable and stick with me, because I'm gonna give you 120% of me every single day. Do you find that to be a true statement?
Yes.
Am I a butthole? Am I hard? I'm fair, but I'm firm, but I'm fair, right?
Yeah, and I like that you firm, but you tell it how it is. You don't sugarcoat anything. So if anyone doesn't like the way you coach, then something's wrong with them, because I mean, you never steered me wrong or anyone else that we work with wrong. Like, everything has been a success with everything that you taught me, showed me. So
yeah, when we look back and when there's opportunities to gain more income based on performance, I look at it as why we all not performing at 110%. Or 120%, because even if we fall short, we should still be at 100%. Right. And that's that mentality. And this team that I built, we were really like family for 4 years. I mean, It was absolutely incredible. The people that we brought in, the people that was already there who had been building the teams up and everything. But I'm going to tell you, when Kiana came, that was like, my little daughter walked in and she told me about herself. Like you said, I didn't ask much about, because I can teach you processes and programs. What I can't teach you is personality. And that's what I liked about you, because your personality was sparky and your voice just takes people's hearts away. Who can say no to you? And so when you value that, and all I wanted to do was give you the tools to succeed, and watch you just grow into somebody that 2 years later, a year and a half later, you was able to run the branch by yourself. If the manager and the assistant manager was gone, you got certified, so you could say, I could run the platform side and I could run the operations side. True. And you did it very well. Yeah. Tell us a little about that experience. How did that make you feel? Somebody trusting you, because you know what we do at the bank. There's a lot of trust involved.
Yes.
And go ahead and explain a little bit about that.
It actually felt good, especially having everyone behind me and believing in me. Because when I started at the bank, I was 19
years old. Yep.
And my first day there, someone tried to rob me. Remember that? And I was so out of it. Like, what's going on? And y'all was like, that he trying to rob you, and I'm like, oh, that's what he doing. But from there on, getting the tools from you guys, it was great. Like, everyone depended on me to make sure that the bank was running smoothly, and we did. We was always a good team,
Yes.
and we were always the top. So
Yep, always at the top. If we wasn't in the top 3, boy, it was a bad
day.
That was a bad day.
Curry would go crazy.
You know, I have high standards for people that I know have the potential to do more than they ever thought they would more. Because that's the difference between a leader and a manager. A manager manages people and processes. A leader develops people and inspires them to do things that they never thought they could achieve. And I always used to say this, customer service is my big thing.
Right.
If you got a bad wow, I was going to go out to your car, I was going to take the inner tube little pin out and put your car on the flat. I never did that because I know things happen, but I used to always tell them that.
You used to tell us that.
Don't get no flat tire today. You don't get no flat tire. But our customer service was amazing. I don't know how many times we hit platinum, gold, just right after each other, going behind. And do you remember what I used to do every time you got a top 5? What would I write out?
A thank you card.
Those thank you
remember those.
cards.
And another thing that you used to do, however many years that someone worked with you, he would give us $2 bills. So if you were there for a year, he'd give you $1. But them $2 bills were something special because he'll make sure it's the freshest, neatest, and he'll let everyone know, like, this person been with me for 4 years. Here you go.
That's it. You know, it's just something different. You know, something to set myself aside from any other leader that we had in the company. What do I do that they don't do that sparks my team? And I've had people work for me for a whole 6 years at one branch. I was at East Charleston, Atlanta for 6 years, and then I was at Boulder Highway. I was at Boulder, I think, another 6 years or 5 years or something like that, 4 years. So it's incredible what you do to inspire your team to be the best they could be every day. And I was always the first one to come and the last one to leave.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
But it's another thing that stood out with you when you would hire someone. It made, like, you made people feel like it was their birthday. Like, you would come, he would have balloons,
Yes.
a card. It would be a whole celebration that you worked with him. And I think everyone loved that. Everyone was looking forward to that.
Yeah,
I think
you
we
know.
all were.
Everybody else was like, oh, we hired somebody new. It's going to be a big day today. Yeah, but you know, you only get one time to make that first impression.
True.
And if you're bringing somebody into an organization where it's a lot of work, it's high performance sales, we all got a job we have to do, and we all have to trust each other and work together. So making that big impact the first day, they only was with me. Like you said, the balloons and everything. But that's the way organizations should do it. And I'll be honest, Wells Fargo gave us the autonomy to do what we wanted to do on the first day. They even had a little kit where you get a little keychain and something else was in there and a bunch of stuff. So we made it a big day because I want you to feel like this is one of the best jobs that you ever have, and you can move up in this job and you can make the amount of money you want to make and things like that. So thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I tried really hard to be the best I could be, but hold everybody accountable. Yeah, I drive you crazy sometimes, but I always coach from my feet, not my seat, right?
True.
Yeah, you got to be out
true.
there among everybody. You can't get nothing done sitting at your desk. You know, you got to be out with the team. Okay, so next question. If you can tell us about a few of your biggest accomplishments in both, because you haven't mentioned, we talking about Wells Fargo, but after you left Wells Fargo, what kind of, I know you did a couple of little jobs on the way to where you're at now that you turned into your second career. Tell us a little bit about that journey.
So I've been
Sarah, I was just talking about Sarah. Hey.
I've been in property management for 3.5 years now. I started as a leasing, and I just been promoted last week to community manager.
And what does that consist of?
So pretty much just running the property, handling vendors, handling any complaints.
Okay.
Just pretty much running the property all together, making sure all the associates are in line, things like that. So, so I started as leasing. Within 6 months, I was promoted to assistant.
Okay.
And then assistant is where I stayed the longest. So
Right.
That's been 2.5 years. 2.5 years. So yeah, and I'm here now.
I remember coming and visiting you at your office. Got lost kind of getting there the first time. but came in there and it was so much fun because you had a supervisor then and she was just so proud of you and raved about
Shout
you.
out to Tanya Obar.
There you-
She hired me.
Yeah, she hired you. And she spoke so highly of you. And as a coach sitting back and listening to somebody else, your new supervisor, rave about you, I don't, you know me, I got a big head, so I'm like, ooh, listen to them rave about my baby girl. And I started with her at 19 years old, and now look what she's doing. It just gives you a sense of pride. It really does.
True.
When you see people continue to succeed and meeting their dreams or whatever job it is, and you catch a hold of it and you show those leadership skills, because that's one of my biggest things is on leadership training, how we carry ourselves and how we dictate how people look at us, not the other way around, because society will judge you if you allow them to.
Right.
And you never have allowed that. I remember when you was working at the Circle K before you went there.
Yeah.
And they when you told them you was leaving, I thought they was gonna cry and just shut the store down. I'm like, she's one person. She's moving on. Oh, don't worry, we'll figure something out. That's what you want your leaders or your managers or whoever to say about you, because if something changes, you always know you still got a door open to
True.
bounce back on. Now, I'm gonna go to this next question, but I gotta find out. Cancun 2021 with Geneva. Tell me about the Cancun trip, because I was like, I should be there with y'all. How much fun was that?
It was amazing. That was one of I say Cancun and Atlanta was my two best trips that I've been on so far.
Because you travel a lot. You ain't like you sitting at home.
It's only because of my best friend. That's something that she wanted to do.
Okay.
And I was never into traveling, but she put us in this traveling group for women.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, well, let me go ahead and do it. So that's why I travel now so much. I try to at least go twice a year,
Yes.
if I can. I want to see the world, different cultures and things like that. So
I wonder, I just want to ask you, who always talked about that you can't just stay here in Las Vegas. You got to get out and see the world. You got to move to experience
Kurt.
life.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, some guy used to say that all the time. I'm telling you, it's so beautiful. And I watch you on Facebook, and I just watch you bloom into this. You ain't a young woman no more. You up there now.
No, I ain't. I'm still 21.
This beautiful woman you have become, and it's just so rewarding. Even with the challenges, I mean, you don't have an easy life. If anybody know you and know that you bringing up an autistic son, right?
Yes.
Man, EJ, that's my little
That's my
dude
baby.
right there. I done watched him from when he was, how old was EJ when you was 19?
When I started, he was 1.
Yeah, he was 1 year old, and now he's going to the 6th grade. I'm like, goodness gracious. And the love of a mother is nothing more precious than that. Because no matter what the outside interference is, you don't let it affect
Right.
EJ at all. He would have no idea what you go through in life. All he knows is my mama take care of me. She always keeping me smiling, and don't nobody dress as fresh as he does. I tell you,
Thank you. I mean, that's my baby.
he be dressing. I seen him in some premiums the other day. I'm like, dude, I got those same premiums. That's what we do with them Air Maxes. But yeah, Cancun, I see how happy you was. I was like, where the guys at? Ain't no guys.
No, let me tell you. So
Okay.
we went swimming with the dolphins.
Right.
And everyone, it's Mexico, so everyone speaks Spanish. So
Right.
they told us to sing a song to make the dolphins dance. And you know me, I'm too crazy.
Right,
So
exactly.
I said, we in Mexico. So I was like, bitty, bitty, bumba. We had like a whole stage. Me and Geneva was laughing. And Geneva,
Wow.
she's not as crazy as me.
Right.
So she was like, Kiana, you picked that song. But we had fun, though. We had fun.
That is amazing. I want to give a quick shout out. Hey, callers, if you want to call in, the number is on the chat. It's 702-408-6892. If you got a question for Miss Kiana or myself, please call in. And You know, I want to acknowledge everybody in the feed. I see Cindy Michelle out there as always dropping in. I got my boy Malik Truth on there, Miss Sarah Moore. If y'all don't know about Chef Moore, I'm going to have you on the show next month.
Yes.
We got to tap in. I just asked you for a friend request. Tap in with me because I think we need to blow you up because
Yes,
all
you
I
do,
see
'cause,
on your feed is her food.
Yes. That's
That's
where I
it.
gained a few pounds at from her.
That's it. Mr. Moore, David, there you go, brother. Glad to have you on. Sarah, Fax out there. Miko Mo, my heart. You know you my partner right there. And everybody else that's on the line, I truly appreciate it. Look at Cindy Burkhoff. Cindy, you know I haven't seen you on my feed for a while. Thank you. And I'm sure Lauren's going to tap in as well. This is great. So back to this. Let me ask you a quick question. Just, you know, I got to give my people some love because they here for me. And I love it. All right. So next question. What do you believe some of your unique skills you've acquired that's helped you to become successful on your journey? Because life is a journey. You know, somebody said, who was it? A good friend of mine say, life is a marathon. You know who that is, right?
Yeah, Nipsey.
That's Nipsey. There you
I
go.
know that.
That's Nipsey. I always say it's a journey, but at the end of the day, it's what we make it. How has your journey been, and what unique skills have you acquired that's helped you continue to be successful time after time?
Just being patient and open.
Patient,
and
yes.
I say that because even with my current, job now, everyone have told me that I have a lot of patience.
Right.
And I'm very open. I don't just, go by my ideas. I take everyone else's ideas and we figure out, a solution or anything like that.
Nice.
So I think that's one of my good, unique skills. And I'm a good listener.
Yes.
Even though sometimes I might not show it, but I'm listening. I
Yes.
repeat everything you have told me.
Yeah,
So-
no, you. I got to give it to you. You do listen, and you ask the right kind of questions. Sometimes people spark and flashback with questions that aren't relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Your questions always just were for clarity. Let me
Right,
make
yeah.
sure I understand what you're saying. You want us to do this today,
Right.
and the bank is empty? Yeah, we got to figure it out, don't we?
But see, when I start asking you those questions at first, you were like, why are you asking me these questions? Well, I need to make sure, just in case something go wrong, I know what to do.
Right.
It's not me being cocky. I just want to make sure we safe at the end of the day.
That's it.
And we
That's
both
it.
keep our jobs. So.
Exactly. That's it. And always remember, everybody on the feed, sharing is caring. If you see that little thing pop up and share it. Somebody else gonna hit in and get a chance to listen to this great conversation we're having today. So thank you, everybody. And you can see what's in the feed, but sharing is caring. So listening, you have great listening skills. And you care about people. You really do. I think
Yeah,
you
I do.
really, the relationships you made with customers and things like that. That if Kiana ain't here, well, I'll just come back tomorrow when she back. Well, she off for the next week. Well, I guess I'll be back in a week. I'm like, goodness, we all here to help you. But that's the kind of customers, when you're a genuine person, that's what happens. You get those opportunities to be like that. And nothing's wrong with that at all. That's a blessing that you have those abilities. So, where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years? What are there some goals that you just set for yourself and made sure they were smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely?
Yes.
See?
So I learned this from you. So the goals that I have set for myself, I have them on my icebox.
Mm-hmm.
So what I was able to check off this time, was me being promoted.
Mm-hmm.
And
Outstanding.
another one is me getting my credit score high enough for me to purchase a home.
Hey.
So those are one of the two goals that I was able to cross off for myself. One of my biggest goals that I have is, getting EJ to be verbal.
Right.
So, and we've been working on him doing sign language with him and everything.
Okay, great.
And now he learned a new word the other day. And so now he's trying to say hope, and he actually signed it as well. So yeah,
Nice.
so
That's
those are my big
beautiful.
goals.
And so that means you took a sign class and you
Mhm.
learned it, and now you can work together like
Yeah,
that.
now we're doing it together. So,
Man,
yeah.
how beautiful is that? Because sharing is caring. You learning that, and I know some of your closest friends, they're gonna fall right in the suit because everybody loves EJ. It's just that he's that kind of kid, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's a blessing. I'm so proud of you guys. You got almost a tear in my eye.
No,
You know,
don't
I
cry. You know I'm
often.
emotional. So don't cry.
It's my baby girl, though. People just don't know. Yeah, so that's good. And you got them where they're visual. You know, some people have all these goals in their head, but if y'all can't see it every day, like I have my goals are in my phone. I did an electronic vision board, and it's on my phone. And every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I just look at it to check where I'm at. I'm not checking off anything. I'm looking at it. Okay, am I doing that? Yeah, I'm still on the right track. Whoa, I missed that one. Oh, that's my reminder. Now I start tightening up on that one. But we have to be visual and see it. And it has to be, like they say, a SMART goal, specific, measurable, you know, all that stuff. It's great. So, now we're going to talk about memories. Give me 2 of your favorite memories from working with me. Because I never say you work for me, because we a team. We all worked with each other. You know, and we all lifted each other up. And I remember that guy one time tried to come in and fight me. And then Gio, and everybody jumped up and almost took the guy. That was another moment.
Or just like when that guy, we called him Broken Leg, tried to rob the bank.
Oh,
he was
yeah.
like, I just want a cigarette. And I'm like, y'all don't get him out of here.
We just seen it all on Boulder and Indios. We just seen it all. But give me 2 fond memories or favorite memories related to working with us at the bank. I think one, I'm going to add one. I'm going to see what you put to,
Okay,
and then I got
hold on,
one.
Which one do you have? Let me
I
see.
got when we won the tickets. Y'all killed it, and we got to go see Britney Spears.
Spears? That was fun.
And it was all of us. It was like 16 of us.
There's so many memories. Oh, wow. Woo, that's a lot of memories, I'd say.
Too good.
Oh, it was a time when I think we had to, it was a competition or something.
Okay.
And Rudy drew out.
Oh, the surfboard?
Yeah, and you started dancing. And, oh my God. Kurt is very conceited, if y'all don't know. He's very
Ooh, no, she didn't
conceited.
say.
He drew an image of Kurt. He was so happy of this image.
Oh,
He started dancing. We was like, you better calm
And
down.
we came in second place.
Yeah,
We
we came in
forgot
second
one
place.
thing to put on there. We came in second place, but I still got that board at my house in my office
Yeah,
at
see,
home.
that's good.
I still
See,
got that surfboard.
another
Yes,
memory.
that was
I don't
incredible.
know. It's so many memories.
You know,
But what I can say is what I miss working with you will be your quotes in the morning. Like,
oh yeah.
every morning you will motivate everyone. You could be half asleep. Kurt come in, he's screaming, yelling, telling you how we're gonna make these customers happy, how you're gonna hit your goals, and it was just amazing for in the morning time. So
Yeah.
we had so many.
Yeah,
Oh,
a lot of
Lord.
quotes, man. I always had something to get you fired up every morning. I just love being a team builder. You know, the We mentality, one of my sponsors, actually, I'm going to start working with them because they do exactly what I did at Wells Fargo.
Oh.
They just use a different program. How we used to do Gallup polls and stuff like that, they use something that's called DISC, which is personal relationships with other people, how you can understand a person by the way they answer these questions. It's a great program. Yeah, it's a really great program.
One
So I
of
can't
the-
wait.
I don't mean to cut you off. One
Go
of the
ahead.
quotes that stuck with me, I think I had just became a lead teller there. And you were like, if you're going to work for someone, why don't you make sure that you're eating at their table? And at first I was like, what are you talking about? And then you was like, make sure you eat at their table. And then once you get to their table, look around and see if you're comfortable. And if you're not comfortable, make sure you get your people there eating at their table with you. And after you drilling that in my mind and in my brain, I actually knew what it meant, because since Wells Fargo was such a good team, everyone had their different goals. Stephanie wanted to be a banker. Nancy wanted to be a lead teller. And I worked with each of them and got them to where they needed to be.
Right.
So after that quote will always stick with me. Even at my job now, there's someone that wants to, get promoted. I'm gonna make sure she get where where she want to be. So
That's
we
it.
all at that table eating.
All right, eating at the table. That's it. That's what that separates leaders and managers. I'm going to be honest with you. That's the separation. When you want everybody to succeed and reach their own personal goals, and you help them along that way so they eating at the same table, don't matter who at the head of the table, we all family. We all eating at the same table so we can have a good time, have fun, but get the job done and be respected among others. That's the thing. I mean, not to brag, but when you told them, hey, I work at Boulder, I work for Kurt. They like, oh, man, you work for Kurt. I want to work for that dude. I mean, it was a great feeling. You know, it really was a great feeling to have it like that. So as we continue on, before we get to the great part, what's your inspiration? I mean, EJ is always going to be your inspiration because we got to take care of our family.
Right.
But what else is driving you to keep you going?
I guess me seeing, I don't know, let's see what else driving. Besides EJ, me just being the best I can be.
Yeah.
Like me being all around person.
Right.
So far as like, I want to see how far I can get with any company or whatever it may be. So that's driving me.
Good. So actually, to summarize, I heard what you said, and it's like, if I can be the best version of me each day, I know I'm gonna meet my goals. Or I can be the best at whatever company I work for, or if I decide to go and be an entrepreneur and do my own thing, I know that the drive has to come from within yourself.
Right,
yeah. It does. It really does. And when you have others, then that brings on a more load that, okay, I have to make sure they succeed as well so they can eat at the same table because people respect that.
True.
All right, we're doing really good. I'm surprised. You know, a lot of people give up sometime, and we try to figure out, well, why did they give up? Well, you know, why didn't they succeed, or why didn't they take the drink the Kool-Aid like everybody else did, or whatever? What is one of your what do you believe to be the most common reason why people fail or give up on themselves?
Not believing in themselves.
Yeah, not believing in themselves.
Not being different. A lot of times everyone wants to go the same route as their friends or, you know, their co-workers. But sometimes when you step out of the box, it's better for you because now you're only dependent on yourself. And now, I mean, if you're already down, only way you can go is up.
Really?
So, so I think that's one of the reasons.
Outstanding. You know, I always say, you know, if I can't give somebody the best I can every day and they feel that, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. If I can't go home at night and lay my head down and say I took care of my people the best I could today, everybody made it home safe, we got robbed but nobody got killed or shot or anything like that, you feel great. But now as I continue to roll into some of these later years in my life, I look back at all y'all, and I mean, y'all like my kids, and that's what people don't understand. Just like in the work I do now with these young men, I consider them all my sons, and I treat them that way, and they feel it, and you see that growth, and I got a little promotion coming next week. And everything, brother, got to do what it do. Had a great meeting today. Shout out to my director and my other director at YAP. It was a good conversation today, and I thank you for appreciating what I bring to the company. And now y'all showing me by giving me a promotion and creating my own job, and I really appreciate it based on what I do. So I wanted to shout out to Youth Advocate Programs Incorporated for understanding the value of a man and the value of Kurt. I truly appreciate it. So now we get into the fun questions. This is the best part. So this one we're gonna share. So I just want to recap a little bit. I met you when you was 19 years old, watched you grow into an incredible mother, watched you grow into an incredible bank employee on the platform side and the operation side. And that can't everybody say that. You know, some people get locked in what they do. They just operations and they don't want to be on the platform, but you allowed me the autonomy to teach you everything.
Yeah.
That was a blessing when you get somebody that says, well, you told me I just need to listen to you and I'll be successful. Yes, let me show you how to do it. And you took all of it. And just having to know that then you took what I taught you and you took your team and you gave it to them as well and watched all of them blossom. Everybody that really wanted to be there and be part of that family blossomed. Some of them went along their way. They weren't everybody ain't built for it. We done had some real stars that we thought that just slid out later on because they wasn't built for that kind of activity. But the fun questions, this is what we're going to do. So these will be back and forth answers. So I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to give me your answer, and then I'm going to give you my answer to it, okay? So that makes it fun and interactive. So the first one, what is your favorite word? And I'm going to ask you what mine is because you probably know it, but give me your favorite word.
I don't know my favorite word.
You don't
I
have
never thought of it.
A word that you use often that everybody say, oh, that's Kiana right there.
Oh, let me see. It's a few.
Go ahead, throw a couple of them out there. Go ahead. I got you.
Oh, Lord. I'm trying to make it be appropriate.
Okay.
Well, dang, it's a lot of words I use that someone said to me. Okay. Someone was just acting like me, and I'm trying to see what I said. Oh, she said that I said, okay, I understand. All right, hold up. Let me tell you this.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that's what
you
I
say. Let me tell you this. When she say, let me tell you this, sit back, because she fit to bring you the whole story.
That's what she said I do.
That's it. That's a good one.
Dang, it's so much. I don't know.
So do you remember what my favorite word was? That I used all the time, all day long, especially when something went right. It starts with an O.
I don't know.
Outstanding. I told you.
Yeah.
Man, that is my word, honestly. Outstanding. Man, that was my answer for anything. How you doing today? Outstanding. And then I just trying to change it to, how you doing today? Blessed and highly favored. What can I do for you? You know, things like that. But those are our words. Yep. Okay. So what would you say you're not very good at? That's a tough one because you're a superstar, so it's kind of hard to find some flaws, you know?
I'm not good at.
What do you think you could, I'm not going to say that you can get better at. What are you not good at?
Oh, what I'm not good at. I don't even know what I'm not good at. Let me see. It can be anything?
Anything. That's you.
I can't draw.
Can't draw, see?
I'm not
artistically inclined.
Or I'm not, what is it called? I can't put like stuff together. What's the word I'm looking for?
Organized? No, you're
Not
organized. You're real
no.
organized. Like if you had to do some interior decorating or
I'm not
something?
good at
Yeah,
that.
okay. I see what you're saying.
It'd take me a whole,
You know, I understand. Because you know what? I'm not either.
Okay,
You know how I would always say, hey, who can do this? Who can do that?
Right,
Because
true.
I'm not really good at designing stuff, or I could put some balloons up on some rails and stuff like that and make it look pretty, but it's not like popping. Like
Yeah,
somebody
me
come in here and say, ooh, who did this? You'll never get that out of me. So
Yeah,
I'm
me
with you
neither.
on that one. So here's the next one. If you could have one superpower, you can make up your own superpower, but if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Reading other people's minds.
See? Now, see, I said the same thing.
And I say that because sometimes the residents that come and ask me stuff, I be like, how did you come up with that?
They don't know what they don't know. They don't
Yeah,
know.
so-
Just like our customers. They
Yeah,
ask
I
us,
didn't
You
know.
be like, really?
How did you, so reading people's minds is my
Yeah, that was mine. And I said, and last week I said, I want to be like T.I.J.P. Henson was in that movie, What Men Say.
Yeah, what men won't.
What men
That's
want.
what be
I
me.
want to be able to read women's minds like that.
Oh.
Yeah, I
That's
want to
not
know.
good
I want to know the one that you standing next to in the elevator, what they thinking. I love that part of the movie. But yeah, reading minds, that's a good one. All right, if you were a type of food, what would it be?
If I was the type of
Yeah, because
questions come from.
Sarah be having all the food on your page. I'm like, woo, we really
If I was a type of
eating.
food.
Yeah, what type of food?
If I was, I'd be some starch bread something like
okay,
that.
something
Because I
starchy.
eat all that.
You eat all that
So
right stuff.
that's-
Okay, I hear
I
you.
wouldn't. Yeah.
This week, I think I would be. I had an amazing lunch today. It was really good. I would be.
I do think of what food they're gonna be.
Yeah, but I don't eat beef. You know that I don't
Yeah.
eat beef, right? But I would love to be a big old tomahawk steak that has the little rail on it so you
Why
can hold
that?
it. Because that's just like the meatiest, juiciest steak, and somebody would just love the way I taste. And I don't know, that just have a steak because I can't eat none. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would think.
Okay.
Oh, what was your superpower? Oh yeah, we both said
We
the
said
same thing.
reading
Reading
people's
people's minds.
minds.
Okay. So before we get out of here, we're getting close. We got 10 minutes, but we good. If you could switch lives with someone for 24 hours, who would you choose? They could be deceased or alive or anything. Anybody in the world, if you could be them for 24 hours, who would it be?
Well, I have two people.
Okay.
I would want to be EJ.
Okay.
Only
Okay.
because
You want to see it from his point of view.
Yes. I
Yes.
want to see it from his point of view. And I will also want to be my best friend who's in heaven right now. I would want to be her.
Denise?
Denisha.
Yeah,
Everything
Denisha,
that
yeah.
she was as a person, like she was the best.
Yes.
Like so, I would want to take a walk in her shoes.
Right, and see what's going on. It's funny because I wrote that down here too. I say, how was it? I wrote a question like, when she passed away, I know it was hard on so many people, but you were her best friend. How did you deal with that? Because, you never came to work and showed any...
Hold on, I'm about to get
Yeah, you didn't show anything like it was eating you up. You closed that door. Something else I taught you. When we leave the house and we got to go serve our clients and our customers who provide the money that makes our living, how do we shut certain things off and shut them on? And you did a great job at that, I got to tell you.
Thank
Because
you.
nobody knew until you told us.
So, yeah. I'm still dealing
Yeah,
with that.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that was EJ's like second mom.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
I'm still dealing with it. So it's still hard, but
But each
you
day,
do it,
one
yeah.
day at a time.
one day, yeah.
Yeah, that's like when we stopped drinking, right? One day at a time. Oh yeah, forgot we ain't stopped drinking yet. Okay, but yeah, that's how we
Yeah,
deal
so-
with things. Is one day at a time. It's funny when you mention that because I was talking to my mom the other day because her urn is in my bedroom. And so when I wake up, I say good morning, Mom. When I go to bed, I say good night, Mom. But I had some things on my mind, and you know me. You'll never know if something's going on in my life. You never
That's
know it.
true.
Got a few things going on and trying to tie it all together, getting through this storm. But she always just say, I gave you the tools to succeed, use them.
True.
That's what my mom always told me. I gave you the tools to succeed, just use them. And then you stop and think. Your best friend gave you all the tools, her tools to succeed, and you're still using them.
Right.
And that's part of your coping mechanism, I would think, that makes it a little bit easier each day.
Right.
But yeah, it never goes away. It never
Right,
goes
yeah.
away. That's it. So as we close, oh yeah, who was I supposed to be? So I've been doing this show since January this year, and I change it up every week, just depending on what the vibe is. But I would have liked to be for 24 hours, Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks, who just won the NBA championship and most valuable player. Him and Kevin Durant are like two of my favorite players, even though Giannis is a lot taller than Kevin and he plays the true center position, but he moves out. I like it in this series because he played down in the low post where a big man's supposed to be. But just to be him for the 24 hours after they won, I know his life was just so many things going through his mind because he's been wanting to, like any NBA player, you want to win a championship sooner or later, and everybody doesn't get it. You know, they don't. But he got it, you know, and he stayed loyal to the Milwaukee Bucks. So, Giannis, I just want to be you for 24 hours, bro, because you look like you was having a great time, and you know when it come to having fun. So tell me one thing before we get out of here that you want to tell everybody about maybe yourself or me or coaching or anything like that. Just throw something out there to keep us before we roll out of here.
Never give up.
Never give up?
Follow your dreams. Chase your dreams. That's what I say.
And I always say this. Now, I've always remained your mentor. I mean, anytime you call me, what you need, hey, reference, whatever. You know, we got personal things that we done traded or whatever, you know, because you're my daughter, really. I always look at you as my daughter, you know, and it's just been a pleasure, honestly, watching you go through this journey so far. And we got many more years to go because I ain't going nowhere until I'm like 94 like my dad, so I'm gonna be around for a while.
No, you always said 98. Yeah. You said you wanted to pass your dad.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna get to 100, you know. But when I lose my independence, then I know it's time to go. So I got to stay fit and take care of myself. But I just want to let you know, Kiana, it is such a joy and pleasure having the opportunity for you to come on the show, talk about our coaching styles, talk about our journey together, and things to come. Your son growing up, doing great, and you taking all the avenues that you need to make sure you give him the tools to succeed and make sure he grows up healthy and with a great frame of mind and get through the challenges that we have.
Right.
If he got to be with you for the rest of his life, that's a beautiful thing too.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Because then you got your side by side, your number one and only right there with you. Think about having any more kids soon? Oh, you done?
No, I'm done. I'm fixed.
That's enough. I heard that.
I always tell my close friends and family, only way I have another kid is if Jesus come down himself.
That's right.
Say, Kiana, you gotta have another kid.
There you go.
Yeah, you take out our routine already. Like, he older now.
That's
what I look
it.
like starting over.
That's it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And that's great. I just want to say thank you.
Thank
I
you
give
for
one
having
more.
me.
Hey, my buddy, Miss Lauren Lane, just done tapped in, and I want to say thank you for joining us, Lauren, your mom, the whole family. I hear you doing real estate now, so I got to get in touch with you. Well, that's Nicole that I think is doing the real estate, so we got a real estate agent for you when you get ready. You know I got the best loan officer in Las Vegas, well, many of them. Because our connections with the bank, it gives us an opportunity to know people out there that's in the industry that we know we can trust, and they'll go to bat for us because of the people that we are.
Well, my realtor is Tanya Obar.
Okay, great.
She left Sunset Winds,
Oh.
and now she's in real estate now. So
Nice.
Yeah,
So you already are. So now you
yes.
need who's gonna be your loan officer though.
Then we talk about that.
Yeah, I got a loan officer for you too. That's right. So we get you all the things that you can get, like I ain't got to put no money down. Maybe this municipality is going to pay my down payment for me because I'm living in North Las Vegas or Henderson or wherever they want me. So many programs out there for first-time home buyers. That's the difference. You got to know what you need so you can get it at the cheapest rate. But right now ain't the best time to buy a home, though. It'll be in like another 2 years. It's going to be the best, so. I'm just putting that out there because skyrocketing prices. We in a little inflation right now. If you see these gas prices, you know it don't make no sense, but
Too high.
But they too high. I just want to thank everybody on my feed. I want to thank everybody out there in Radio Land. We love you. We appreciate you. Life Coach Kurt is always here. We're trying to be the best we could be every day. And you know what? If you're not living your best life, you need to tap in to Life Coach Kurt so I can coach you and show you what you need to do, how you need to do it to meet the goals and stop believing in those limiting beliefs that's holding you back from being the best you every day. Hey, tomorrow I'm finalizing my new website. I'll have that information up for next week. I got a great guest coming next week. Actually, the whole month of August is filling up, and it's going to be crazy, incredible, but informational with solid content. As I always say, stay blessed and highly favored, and we love the opportunity for you to come in and sit with us tonight at Living Your Best Life with Life Coach Kurt. That's it. Good night.
Okay, good night.
Hey, I told you.
Potato sugar?
Yes.
Django isn't a slave. Django is a free man, you understand? You can't can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here, cause he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
Yearning for your validation.
Validation.
All in hopes I'm in the conversation.
All in hopes.
Pour so much of me into you. Can't believe I ain't never feel for me instead of you. I slide in the coupe, drop by, lose the roof. I die for the truth, fired by no rules. If the devil's in cahoots, drop a prayer on the screw.
One time.
God on my side, how can I ever lose still? I wanna be humble, but I gotta flex. On them niggas. I don't wanna mumble, but that ain't respect.
Respect me, nigga.
I do it my way, they say it's left. If I sell my soul, what I got left? Because I don't need nobody else. I'm lying to myself. Not talking physical, dog, the spiritual and health. All these opportunities is higher, I can tell. Gotta keep them in them stairs, cause the timing never fails. My advice, keep moving. If not, you can lose it. Wasting time on the clueless, knowing they can never do this. Back, tell them pessimists they need to spine. Cause whack, when they're paralyzed in the mind. I don't need nobody else.
No, I don't.
Tell my younger self.
What you say?
You got God as your help. Just let it go and never dwell.
My advice.
Unless they good to you. My advice. Look in